he spoke on being married. And so they asked him, what is it like keeping a relationship together and all that other type of stuff? And this is what he had to say.
Savannah, your wife, you guys have been locked in seemingly forever at this point. What would you say is like the secret to like having wifey, holding it down, you holding her down? You're like the only, it's like a picture perfect, it seems.
But it's not, man, sweetie. I'm gonna be honest. The relationship is never picture perfect. But if you're able to work through, if you're okay with working through the hardships and the adverse moments, then it will make it all worth it, man. Like, we've been together since high school, so shit ain't gonna always be a bed of roses, man. In any relationship, let alone someone that you're living with for over 20 years. So I think communication is number one. Being honest is number two. Number three is just like, you have to be okay with being uncomfortable in relationships sometimes, man. You can't always have it your way. You can't always think that, my way or the highway. It's never going to work that way. The saying happy wife, happy life, that shit real, bro. But also, like, happy husband.
Happy loving.
Yeah, there you go.
Made that up on the top, my boy.
Right, no, that's why you're not speedy, man. That was quick.
Yeah.
But for real, like,
produce the album, bro.
There you go. But like, for real, like, it's not gonna be a bed of roses. And if you okay with going through the rain, can you stand the rain, champ? Can you stand the rain, man? They said it.
And so LeBron says that it's not a bed of roses. And it's a lot of hard work. Happy wife, happy life, all of that stuff. Y'all heard it for yourselves. What are y'all thoughts on LeBron speaking specifically about being in a relationship and how hard of work it is, or his relationship, or whatever y'all want to make it make sense about?
I just want to know if we're going to drag him like the women get dragged for talking about their marriages and the difficulties that happen. So I want to see what happens.
He ain't say nothing wrong.
He didn't say nothing specific. Like, that's all in general, like, as in, like, everybody. He didn't say nothing specific to himself. I feel like all relationships have those problems. Maybe.
He really didn't say nothing.
Facts.
Okay, Kim and I, what did you see that we didn't see? Enlighten us.
He said we've been together since high school. It has not been easy. And then of course you change it into, well, no relationship is easy kind of thing. It's not a bed of roses. Got to make your wife happy, but at the same time, I need to be made happy. All that kind of stuff. I mean, was it generic?
Yeah, as fuck. But
he's still saying the relationship is difficult.
Okay, women.
It sounds like him and I trying to say
you trying to start some shit that ain't there.
Yeah,
not at all. I was asking.
Kim and
I agree with Kim.
Of course you do. Of course you do.
What do you mean? Of course you do. I don't know what that means.
Because we know what Kim is getting at, and I knew what LeBron was getting at.
I know what's going on here.
Yes, that's.
I see what's going on here right now. I'm gonna let this play out, but just remember, I'm time stamping this moment.
What do you mean?
Okay, so we can try it out to Miss Aisha
I got
Curry.
one of them ready.
Aisha said that she needed some extra outside the marriage attention. If you want to compare that to LeBron, what he said, then I'll let you rock with it.
No, but I'm talking about the last conversation that we had about her. Independent of the conversation.
What'd she say? What'd she say in the last conversation?
What did you say, Kim?
She's talking about Aisha Curry. Yeah. My bad.
What'd she say?
No, right. When she was saying that she didn't
initially like him. She said she didn't initially like that nigga. LeBron didn't never say he didn't like his chick.
Listen. Y'all killed Aisha Curry.
Because she said she didn't initially like his nigga. He said they go through hard times, blah, blah, blah. He talked about the struggles of relationship. He didn't say, I didn't like her. He didn't say that. It's totally
different. Let him land. Let him land.
Different while we went off on the
video. Let him land. Let them land. It's definitely a difference. It's definitely a difference.
I don't remember Aisha Curry, first of all, saying that she didn't initially like Steph. I think
that's why we were arguing.
That's not what Aisha Curry said.
Okay.
You're mixing up people. That's not what she said. I don't remember her saying that. That's not what she said.
I wasn't on for that show, so let me look that up.
She said
She
she
did not say
didn't
that.
like she didn't like all of
The
the
greatness.
stuff, the attention, the
So,
famousness.
so first of all, y'all got to stop changing the
But
conversation.
the,
into
the,
being
th- the
something
thing
more.
is, she was saying stuff that she didn't like about her nigga. LeBron
Hold
didn't
on,
say
wait.
that.
No, she wasn't.
Let him land. Let him land. Let him land. Let him land. Just let him land. Just let him land. Let him land.
Y'all niggas
Because
will say anything to argue.
just
Fuck.
let him land. Let him land. Because I remember specifically, and this is not the same, but go ahead. This
All
ain't
right,
the same.
so here's the thing. First of all, the happy wife, happy life shit, I don't agree with LeBron James. All right, he played that wrong. That's number one. Number two, I don't think he should have said anything. Because if Savannah James had said what LeBron James said, y'all niggas would be all fucking over her. Why she ain't playing a role? Why would she even say anything negative about the relationship whatsoever? You know what? She got it good. She ain't never had to work and all of this other shit. And y'all would have been at her fucking
What did
neck.
she say? What did he say negative? Y'all still haven't told me what he said negative.
He said it was
Just let him
hard,
land.
it was difficult. He said
Let him
all of
land.
this
This is
other shit,
different.
right? What I believe he should have said was he just should have praised the situation and let it be. He shouldn't have said
Sound like
none of
y'all
that
trying to
shit.
make a mountain out of a molehill.
He shouldn't have said all of that
Facts.
whatsoever. He should not have said it's
Your argument
hard,
is
it's
disingenuous.
difficult, going through the rain, all of that stuff.
We can't bash LeBron for the same
Fuck,
thing
can I finish a fucking
no, we can't bash LeBron for the same thing we would bash his wife for because he the motherfucking that make all the damn money. What you talking about?
You gotta just let him land, man. It's not even the same.
This shit is so dumb. You can't.
Bro, man, y'all got to let them land. It ain't even the same. It's not the same. It's not the same.
When someone's blatantly lying,
they're not. Bro, just let them land.
Anton said that we would drag Savannah if she said this. We would say that she ain't got to work. Blah blah. That's true. She ain't got to work. She don't do enough to open she don't do enough to open her fucking mouth and say shit.
So in order for us to have a complete debate, we gotta hear everything that they say to counter it.
Thank you, Slimy.
No, I don't. I can hear you say one point and say to the contrary.
Well, damn.
I don't want to get a whole slew of shit and then have to know, nigga. You said something wrong and it's incorrect.
No, man, because I already knew it wasn't the same, bro. That's why just let them talk.
Where's my little stuff at? Hold up.
I am going to go and get an Advil. I'll be right back. I have a store in my building. I'm going to get an Advil. I'll be back.
Well, the reason why I was going to say it wasn't the same is because Aisha Curry made a blatant, bold statement that she wanted to be the breadwinner, and she expected to be the breadwinner, which is a completely different thing than what LeBron just did. LeBron was just talking about the generalities of a relationship. He didn't even get into any details about his specifically. He never mentioned any trials that he actually had, nothing. He was just speaking on the generalities of it. And I think that's where, like, Aisha Curry, we already had previous information that she had given away. So initially, we was piling on. And then I even just said, well, I don't even got to pile on because what she's saying right now to me is egregious. Because you're trying to say that you expected to be the breadwinner. So to me, that was problematic. It's not the same as LeBron speaking. I mean, man, he didn't even, the shit that he was saying, that shit could be any relationship. That's every relationship. He didn't give any details about his. Now, if he'd have been like, well, it was this one time, where I was in Miami and, Savannah, she was tripping about, the time, like, that would have been dead ass wrong. That'd have been dead ass wrong. But he didn't give no specifics. He was just speaking and like the happy wife, happy life thing shit. That was corny. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad he did say that because it allowed him to be corny and he didn't have to speak on anything actual, and expose anything negative about his relationship. He just said relationships are hard and you gotta work to make them work. I don't think there was anything wrong with that. I don't think that's the same as what Aisha Curry was doing.
We're gonna have a different opinion on that, but so a totally different question outside of those two situations. Do you think that people should discuss hardships that they've had in their marriage, or always keep those things under wraps?
He didn't discuss hardships. He said in general.
She's just asking a question.
Independent of those two
Yeah.
situations, do you think that people should discuss the hardships in their relationship, or just keep it under wraps
I
forever?
don't think people
No,
should
just keep
discuss
that shit to
anything.
yourself. Keep that shit to yourself. People
I
will
don't
use
think
that
people
shit
should
against you.
discuss anything.
Yeah, people will use that against you. Yeah, don't talk about anything specific. Just say, hey, you in order to be in a relationship, you got to work on it. That don't do nothing more than that.
Not
Shit.
even to friends, like off the internet?
Hell no.
No,
Hell fuck no. Hell no.
not certain,
Definitely not no
not
damn
certain,
friends.
not certain parts of your relationship. I don't think you should.
Nah, fuck that. Oh,
Like if you have a close friend, certain parts of your relationship, I don't think you should, because your friend is on the outside, right? Now, if you want to be general and get general advice on something that you should, that you can do or something like that, but to actually have somebody else speak on what they never actually see or never actually experience, that's negative.
yeah, I'm cool on that. Don't do that.
There's not one person that can tell me what to do inside of a relationship that they're not in. Yeah, no.
So
Yeah,
you don't
don't
think
do
you should ever seek advice from anybody then?
In general, but not on a specific thing, because they're not in it, because it starts to become real tailored to what's happening. So if it's something like mild, okay, but if it's something where you're like actually going through something, you need to talk to the person that you got the issue with.
I agree.
I think
That
that
makes
I
sense,
think
but
you
you
have to
can't
be.
always
Oh, sorry.
come to a resolution with the person that you're having the conflict with. I think it's helpful to have,
But that's what
say,
conflict resolution is.
right. And I hear you, but I still think it's helpful to have like relationships with couples who have long, healthy marriages that can help you get through those things. But the only way to do that is to talk to them and see.
They can talk in general, but everything is different, because you got different age groups, you got different generations, got different finances, different circumstances. Like, it becomes a different thing depending on the situation. That's why I said in general with some things, yes. Outside of that, nah.
And they probably
Yeah,
have long, healthy marriages because they ain't talking to nobody else about it.
quite possibly.
I think that you have to use great discernment with who you talk to about what with your relationship. But I do think that um, I think that it's helpful to have somebody or some protected group of people that you can discuss stuff with within your relationship. 100%.
Y'all think
Not on
Anton's
the not on the internet, but
right? That's crazy. I don't know why people do that. That's very bizarre.
so I don't see how like people can need guidance or insight or perspective on like so many other areas of their life, but then you get into one of the most important relationships of your life and all of that, just you and the other person, y'all just
Supposed
master it on your own. you know that's just
Well,
me,
but
but
that's literally what conflict resolution is. I'm talking to, so me and Carrie, okay, so let's just, me and Carrie have an issue. I literally need to talk to you, right? You need to tell me what your exact issue is, and vice versa, right? And so then we use what we know about each other to actually come to a consensus of what we're going to do about something. But to go to somebody, to me, to go to somebody on specific things and say, yeah, I'm gonna talk to you about it, and you don't actually know what's in it. And sometimes a lot of people leave stuff out. They leave little parts out because they don't want to look a certain way, or they don't want their partner to look a certain way. Because let's be clear, if I start talking to somebody about the person I'm in a relationship with or married to or whoever it is, right, that you have, if you start talking to somebody about them, and let's say you tell them your raw feelings, and let's say you were upset and all this other stuff, a lot of the times that transference goes to that person, and now you're back with the person, and they're like, oh, you're gonna let this person do this after all of this and that. It's just, it's too much to
Well,
me.
no, I'm not. Oh, go
It's
ahead.
too much. No,
No,
you go ahead,
I'm not.
Cass. It's too much.
I'm not saying one person go talk to somebody separate. I'm saying that the collective, like the couple, there should not, there should be, but whomever you're going to talk to, both of you are talking with them, that person, the two people, the whatever. And that's why I say you'd have to use discernment, because it would not be a person who you would feel the need to only tell the part that makes you look good to, or only tell this or lie about that. And you definitely, in my opinion, should not be talking to anybody if you're not genuinely attempting to solve something and you genuinely think that the person you're talking to can really assist in that matter. That takes a great deal of maturity, in my opinion, because a lot of times people do want to vent, or they want someone to tell them that they're right about what they did or didn't do or whatever. So there's a lot, to me, that has to happen before you actually go talk to somebody.
So essentially what you're saying is, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but essentially what you're saying is something similar to mediation or counseling. Because
Oh, go ahead.
because outside of that, what you just said, you could literally do, right? You can let that person vent, whether you agree or not. You can let that person vent. You can do everything that you just said. And to me, mature people would actually be able to come to a consensus to say that we can do that.
I mean, that sounds good. And in most, I mean, to me, you should be able to have that in your marriage as well. Like, it shouldn't be, okay, we got to go talk to such and such because we can't figure it out. So I agree with you in part that in general, you should be able to work out your own conflicts. You should be able to work out whatever's happening. In the event that there are situations that are either, everybody grows at a different pace, everybody is at different stages in their life, certain things you receive different ways at different times. There's so many different dynamics. So if there are situations where you might need either to hear from somebody else, maybe you're so in it you can't see it another way, maybe your spouse can't see it another way, and having somebody who you both trust to hear everything out and kind of just be there to walk you through it, whatever the case may be. I think that's sometimes that might be necessary. Now, if you have a relationship where that's not ever necessary, then great. Like, I don't think people need to be looking to go tell their business to people. That's different. But if you come to a point where y'all can't do what you're saying, then I think that it's okay if you have somebody that you really, really trust, that loves both of you, their intention is good for both of you, and in my case, is God fearing. They're not going to be they're partial to the word, not to either one of us. Then I think that that's okay if you bring them into the picture.
That I don't think that's ever the case. You can't. I think it's more of a you won't. Like,
I don't. What do you mean? I didn't.
At any situation in a relationship, if you can't come to an agreement, it's not because you can't, it's because you won't do it, because it's literally between your ears.
Okay,
if
that's
you can,
fine.
you can do it. Like, when it comes to what's in your mind, you can do anything you want. So it comes to the point you're being not you, just whoever is being an idiot, and you don't want to do it. You don't like this person enough, you don't want to do it.
Okay, so if replace can't with won't, whatever, fine. If it's
just two different words, like one is a will versus a skill type of thing.
Well, okay, but the reality is it exists. it exists for
That's
people,
because you're not a good. You're not a good person.
Well, or it
You
might
don't
be
you don't
they're
like your
talking
person
to,
enough if you just won't
or they
fucking
might be
do
trying,
it.
or they might be married to you and trying to communicate with you, and this is how you're
But
responding
that's
to
the thing.
them.
When it
So
comes
they're
down to
like,
me,
wow,
I will capitulate.
I
will
will, but
capitulate.
he won't.
I will
but he
capitulate. So
won't.
me don't matter. I will
He won't
capitulate.
hear me. I
I'd
will
rather
talk
be
to
happy
him.
than argue with
I
you,
will talk to
Carrie.
him.
I'd
I
rather
will
tell you
talk to
you're
him,
right,
but
Carrie,
he won't
and
listen.
kiss your big ass forehead than to argue.
Or whatever.
That was funny. Yeah, I don't see the point in it. And all I'm saying is because it's just like it's just something that you can do yourself. Now, the only time that I would say is if like it's a dire thing to where it's probably life or death or something. Outside of that, you use your words.
I just think that everybody is. Go ahead.
I look at any relationship that I've been in, and if that shit went awry just because I was being a fucking bonehead and I didn't want to do it, I can do it, but I didn't want to. Literally like a flip it and do the other. People are.
And then I'm a very like even with my friends, right? Like if Q tells me something, and then I won't say anything, right? And Kim and I could tell me the very same thing. I'm sorry. I'm going to act as though I've never heard it because people react differently to different things, and I'm just not that person that likes to start stuff. So I don't know. It's just I don't be wanting drama. So in relationships, I think it's best if you keep things to a minimum. The less people know about something, and that's in any relationship, the less people know about something, the better it usually is. You don't have to run so much interference.
I think I agree with that in a general sense, but I do think that there are times when a couple could get into a situation where they just can't see eye to eye. They have emotions involved and traumas involved and all their history involved, and they literally just can't see it for what it is. I think that hearing it from a neutral third party, like Carrie said, somebody who loves the both of you individually and as a couple could come in and help you see what it is absent your emotions. And I think that we all kind of need that sometimes.
I don't think you I'm not saying that you don't need support, right? But what I think support looks like is not telling all your business. Support kind of looks like support maybe through the emotion of whatever you're going through, right? Because that's usually the case. Like it's whatever emotion it is. It's not really that you can't actually fix that problem. So I think it's more so on the emotional side. Okay, uh, whatever it is, why do you feel? Why do you feel like this? Like what about it just makes you, whatever. But I don't necessarily think you have to go and actually tell your actual business.
Facts. So why do you have to tell your business to someone else for them to get you to do what you could have just did if you listened to your person?
Because you could just not agree with your person.
But then you talk to someone else and now you do because they gave you a different. It comes down to me saying, will you do it or won't you do it, can or won't. You listen to your person, you listen to somebody else, now you're going to do it. Why didn't you just do it to begin with? Just because you like your person.
No, what if there's a third solution that neither one of the two of you thought about?
Y'all make shit so hard.
It's me, you, and God. That's it. That's it. Ain't no third parties. Ain't no new advice. Ain't no sharing your information with your homeboy, your homegirl, getting a different of opinion. None of that shit. And we ain't sharing no details, no nothing with nobody. I don't believe in that shit. I don't believe in it. I don't need no advice. I see preachers and teachers and stuff all the time that give bad advice. The majority of the preachers that I've ever heard, or people from a spiritual perspective, they live the happy wife, happy life mantra. Most preachers that I know have been divorced and remarried multiple different times. So, nope. We can figure it out together. If we can't figure it out together, then we're just gonna have to come to something amicable and cool. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in inserting other people into the relationship. We gonna die on this hill together. Either we can figure it out or we not. And if we don't, then we just go our separate ways, and people don't even need to know why we not together. Straight up.
That's the whole problem. That's the whole problem with all of this, right? Regardless of if I feel like he didn't say anything, or you feel like he said something. The problem is, why do we know? Why do we know? Why do we know? And that's the thing I think that gets people in trouble. They overshare for no apparent reason. Right. And then when everybody has an opinion on it, or when everybody inserts something or speculates on something, we want to say, oh, why are you in their business? Because they told me. That's why. That's why I'm in it. So, and then to somebody's point in the chat, they asked me, well, how do you help your friend if you don't get any details? If I know my friend, I know when they're sad, I know when they're happy, yada, 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 yada. Again, I can still address the emotion. I don't necessarily have to know what's actually going on.
And 90% of the time, 95% of the time, listen, let me tell you what people do. It is very rare that you share your business with somebody and they don't tell somebody. They gonna tell their motherfucking spouse. They gonna tell the person that they're laying next to. They gonna tell a friend. They gonna tell something. People talk. They pillow talk. They get comfortable. They share shit without even knowing that they're sharing it sometimes. And you can guarantee it. You can bet your bottom dollar. No matter how much that you think that they gonna keep it G, they talking about you. And somebody gonna know some shit about you that you didn't know that they knew about you because somebody talking.
Yeah, I got a rule with my friends. You can only tell me something on a situation once. Like, you can't keep dumping on me and dumping on me and dumping on me. Like, I don't. One, is not healthy for you because you still haven't fixed the situation, apparently. But two, it's just that, like, it really is what Anton is saying. Like, you telling this person all of your business for what? Like, what is this person actually helping you through? Are they actually helping you through the situation, or are they really helping you through the emotion? And like I said, 9 times out of 10, it's usually the emotion.
Yep.
It's rarely the actual situation, because you still have to go back and fix the situation.
Yep. The only thing that people gonna know about me is what I want them to know. It's what I put for them to know. That's it. The details, as far as the stuff that I don't listen. As far as what you know, all you know is, oh my God, she's the sweetest girl ever. That's all you need to know. You don't need to know nothing about her. You don't need to know. You only gonna know what I want you to know. That's it. I ain't telling nobody my shit.
I just want to say the two people married the longest on the panel have the same sentiment. Oh, sorry. Carrie, you've been married 20 years, right?
Carrie, how long have you been married?
You said 28 years.
I don't know what I'm talking about. I rebuke. I didn't mean to say that.
I'm like, that's you crazy.
It'll be 13 years in December.
Oh, rookie.
I ain't no rookie number. That ain't rookie numbers right there. But I don't know. I just believe in keeping it internal, personally.
Somebody said in the chat, so Mika, what if the situation you need context? I don't ever need context because it's not my situation. I don't ever like when it's like in relationships, I do not ever need context. Like I just think I really do think when it comes down to like to me, and this is just my own opinion, when it comes down to relationships, it's not the same as just, uh I don't know, you don't like the chicks at your job or whatever. It's not the same. There's a difference. There's an absolute difference. And so yeah, no, I don't need context on it. I just okay, how do you feel about what's going on? Okay, so what can you do that would make you feel better, or what can you do that you can get out of this slump that that you're in, and that's
Is
if you
that,
say
is that true? The average marriage is 5 years.
I know, I saw that. I hope
what.
that's not. I hope not.
Is that true? I'm about to look it up. How long is the average marriage? It's not true. Um, According to a 2018 Bowling Green State University study, found that marriages involve. Oh, that's different. All right. The average duration of a marriage varies by location, with some sources suggesting that the average is around 7 to 8 years for those ending in divorce, while others indicate that a marriage beginning today could last for almost 12 years.
It's that 7 year itch.
A 2018 Bowling Green State University study found that marriages involving individuals with less college experience lasted longer. Hmm.
So let me ask you this. So, like you just said, 7 years was in there somewhere, and people always talk about the 7 year itch. It's also been said that every 7 years you're an entirely new person. Do you think that that would contribute to that whole 7 year itch?
No, they say it's different based off of geography, demographics. So, for example, the average length of a marriage can vary by state, with states in the Midwest and the North often having longer average marriages. Age and likelihood of remarrying can influence the average marriage length. For example, people marrying at younger ages are more likely to divorce sooner, while second and third marriages have higher divorce rates. Um, in the US, there is a trend of declining divorce rates, with data from 2021 showing fewer divorces per marriage than in 2000. It does mention a 7 year itch. It says, while the term refers to a perceived period of marital discontent, statistical analysis indicate that many divorces actually occur between the 4th and the 8 years of marriages. Approximately 41% of first marriages end in divorce.